Today I'll be debunking a doctor who uses his YouTube channel to promote anti-vaccine ideas. His name is Dr. Buttar, and he thinks that we are giving vaccines too soon to children because they don't have immune systems? Let's listen to him.
It just intuitively doesn't seem right. And especially when you just are given a little bit of basic information as to when the ability of the body to naturally eliminate some of these additives, like the mercury, for example, how long it takes for the gastrointestinal system, which is a natural way for it to be eliminated, how long after birth is that developed? It takes 6 months to fully develop so that the body can naturally eliminate the mercury in the vaccines, for example, or some of these other substances.
Well, Dr. Buttar is not off to a great start here. First of all, childhood vaccines do not contain mercury anymore. It was removed as an ingredient in 2001. Second, the other ingredients in a vaccine never see the child's digestive tract. Vaccines are injected, so it's not going to go through there. Instead, those materials are processed and cleared by enzymes in the body relatively quickly. They don't accumulate or anything.
But even more so than that, if you just tell a person that, well, what's the purpose of the vaccination? Well, to build an immune response for the baby. But when does the immune system actually develop? The immune system, it takes 6 months to a year for it to develop. That's the reason that we have IgM. There's 5 different types of immunoglobulins, and IgM are the immunoglobulins that are given from the mother to the baby. It's the only form that's given from the mother to the baby. It's actually maternal milk is how the mother helps to support the baby's immune system in the first 6 months of life.
Okay, wow. In classic fashion, he has wrapped some half-truths in with some truths in order to make you think he's telling the whole truth, which he's not. As we'll go over many times in this video, babies are born with functioning immune systems. It is true that babies are more susceptible to infection because their immune systems aren't as mature as an older kid or an adult, but that's because the immune system has not seen as many pathogens as a kid or an adult. And that's the development that happens within the first 6 months of a child's life, is actually seeing these pathogens and having the immune system react to them.
So if the immune system isn't even developed for the first 6 months to a year of life, what's the purpose of giving a vaccination on the first day on the planet? Or, as they've changed now apparently, to 2 months after they're born. It doesn't make any sense because the immune system can't even make an immune response till 6 months to a year till the immune system's developed.
It is kind of bonkers to me that this guy is saying this as a medical doctor. If you just think about it for a minute, it's obvious that a baby has a functioning immune system. Think of how many pathogens, how many germs a baby encounters in a day. Think of how many times it puts its hands in its mouth, how many dirty diapers it has. It's seeing so many germs, so many pathogens. It's got to fight them off. And it's born with an immune system in order to do that.
So when people are empowered with just a little bit of basic information, then they start to realize the fallacy of the arguments that are made by the pro-vaccine industry and why a person should get vaccinated.
You know, if you empower yourself, Dr. Buttar, with just a little bit of basic information, you would know that everything you're saying is complete garbage. Here's a chart from the latest issue of the highly reputable journal, Science. It shows the time points in the development of a baby's immune system. And it shows that by the time a baby is born, its immune system is able to encounter an unlimited set of pathogens. It just has to encounter them first.
Again, I've always said I'm not anti-vaccination. I'm just anti-stupidity.
I don't think that's going very well for you.
So if you're going to do something, do it for the right reasons, do it the right way, and make sure that you get the results from what you're trying to do, as opposed to just following a line of dogma and then regurgitating it, because, you know, there's no point to that. Plus, the regurgitation is all ludicrous. It's all garbage. It's all ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense. There's no validity to it whatsoever.
The irony is not lost on me here.
So why would you give a child a foreign substance along with the vaccine designed to stimulate the immune system when the immune system isn't even capable of functioning till they're 6 months to a year old? For disease processes that they'll never be exposed to till they're in their 20s or 30s, such as hepatitis B, etc.
Again, the immune system is fully functional as a baby. It just isn't developed yet. And I want to clarify that when I say developed, I mean it just hasn't encountered many pathogens. so it doesn't remember many pathogens. Then that means that it's not going to have as easy of a time fighting them off. That's why babies' immune systems are considered not developed. They are not non-functional.
Again, we're not anti-vaccine, we're anti-stupidity.
You sound pretty anti-vaccine to me.
If you want to give a child something to mount their immune response, I totally agree with that. Give them something without the adjuvant, without the mercury, without the formaldehyde, without the nickel, without the DNA adducts from other species, without the mutated human cell lines, without all that other garbage.
Vaccine ingredients are there to make the vaccine safe and effective for your baby. And it's really important that the baby gets these vaccines because at that young age where the immune system is underdeveloped, it is more susceptible to infections. But if you train the immune system to fight off those infections before it actually has them, then your baby is much more healthy and much safer.
Just give them the killed virus and give it to them at 2 years of age or a year and a half of age after their immune systems have actually been capable of mounting an immune response. And then allow the child's immune system to take over and do what's necessary. I'm all for that.
That's great, except it's wrong. You want to protect the child when they're most vulnerable, and that is before ages 1 and 2.
But to give it on the first day on the planet, or first month on the planet, or first 2 months on the planet, when their immune systems aren't even developed, and then add all these other immunosuppressive substances like formaldehyde and mercury and nickel, things that suppress the immune system, and then give it in conjunction with something that you think is tell the public that, oh, it's to stimulate the immune system and to mount an immune response. How can you mount an immune response when you're giving something that's going to suppress the immune system? It makes no sense. It's just stupidity.
And it's weird how a minute ago you were talking about how babies don't have a functioning immune system, and now you're worried about giving them things that suppress their immune system. Which is it?
So for all of those you out there, all of those people that are out there listening to this that have not vaccinated the children for the right reasons, kudos to you. Hopefully more people will understand the deficiency in the logic of those people that are using vaccinations. And if you're going to use the vaccinations, then fine, use the vaccinations. I have no problem against that. I have kids, I want to protect them too, but give them the vaccine when their immune system is intact, without any of the preservatives, single dose, just the actual virus or whatever you're trying to vaccinate them against, with none of the other garbage, none of the things that suppress the immune system, and doing it when their immune system is capable of it. Hey, you got a green light for me. I think that's a great idea. Use it the way it was designed, not the way it's being done. Okay? It's not being done the right way.
And where are parents supposed to get what you're talking about? Where are they supposed to go to get an injection of just killed virus with no other ingredients? Nobody's doing that. So you're essentially telling people to not get vaccines, which sounds pretty anti-vaccine to me.
There's an agenda at hand. I won't go into the agenda at hand, but there is an agenda at hand, and that agenda is not safeguarding your children. It's something else, and it's something very sinister.
Yeah, we all know about the secret agenda to reduce childhood mortality and reduce childhood disease, all of which vaccines have accomplished. All right, we're getting into some serious conspiracy theory territory, so I think we'll leave Dr. Buttar alone for today, and maybe come back to his channel at a later day. So that's going to do it for this week's video. This has been Debunk the Funk. I'm Dr. Wilson, and join me next Tuesday, where I'll be debunking some more funky stuff. See you then.